like Flacco got it. I forget who Flacco got it from.
No, I don't think he did.
He didn't?
No, I think he was with Steve McNair's
It was a couple
last
years.
year.
Yeah, I'm about to say Steve.
I think he was drafted like Steve McNair's last year.
Yeah, but then he got it from Steve McNair.
I don't know about that.
Steve McNair was a pretty selfless guy.
I don't know about that. You're over here talking about Michael Vick. You might want to read up on Steve McNair.
Oh, no. Like, most of his Tennessee career, yeah, he was a... Yeah.
Yeah, and afterwards. His whole career. So, I mean, if you just want to call everyone what you want to call them, so you might as well do that, too.
Yeah, we're not going to...
Yeah.
We're not
all
gonna
right, but you can disrespect Michael Vick, so it's cool.
Okay. So, Michael Vick saying what he said. Whatever. Anyway, it's your personal beef. Honestly, it really just comes down to the character of the person, and Big Ben ain't ready to let it go. Big Ben's not ready to stop playing. He still feels like it's his team. And to draft a quarterback in the third round, personally, it's like the Kirk Cousins situation, but different. A guy of Mason Rudolph's talent, you should take him at that spot. Especially when Big Ben keeps crying every year, oh, I might retire. This might be it for me. That's an insurance policy. So Big Ben can get mad all he wants to. That's all I'm going to say for Big Ben, because I got a lot to say in my closing. But Flacco know he low-key stole money. So he should at least try.
He got him a ring.
He got him a ring. What did he do after that? He was, meh.
Bro, rings are so hard to get, you don't even need to do anything after that.
Yeah, but he got paid off that one good playoff year. And that's all he needed. But after that,
I mean,
he didn't elevate the team
Kaepernick got a great contract for those 8 games.
Good after that. He was good
a year after that.
Those subsequent years.
Him and Flacco had the same exact trajectory. Like, if you really want to talk about it, that's why you're smiling, because you know it's true.
Didn't.
Think about that Monday night game 2 years ago when Kaepernick threw
it was a sharp
5 interceptions on week 1 versus
decline.
Who? The Ravens. Wow!
It was a sharp decline.
Yeah,
I will admit. But Flacco's still in the league, and he get blackballed for standing against systematic injustice and white supremacy. So you can't compare their trajectories because it just tailed off. Production-wise,
and Flacco's
Kaepernick
win-loss record is a lot better.
But Kaepernick can still play, and he was just blackballed out. Flacco can
and Kaepernick's way younger too. So.
Yeah, and he got blackballed out of the league.
Yeah,
Flacco just plain suck. Can we not act like he didn't suck? These past 3 years,
he hasn't sucked. He's been mediocre, but he hasn't sucked.
He hasn't elevated that offense in any way.
He was never that guy.
The offensive line has been kept together.
He was never that guy.
The offensive line was kept together, and then they had like good running backs, and they drafted well. The defense kept him in so many games. The defense was playing great, lights out last year, and the offense was crap all year long. Flacco, and they've even reports saying like, yo, he doesn't work out with receivers. He doesn't go the extra mile trying to throw and all that. Like, Flacco's just sorry. He's not a team guy like that. Certain guys aren't team guys like that. It's like, how much mentoring was Montana doing for Steve Young?
So
Montana
basically,
felt like he could still play, and that's why he got traded.
Flacco's best year was in 2013. He had 22 touchdowns and
like 9 picks, I think.
No. Sorry, no, that was not. That was his worst year. He had 22 interceptions. His best year was 2014, where he had 27 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, and threw for nearly 4,000 yards. Since then, he's only hit that mark in 2016. He threw for over 4K. And 20 touchdowns and 15 interceptions. So, yeah, he's been pretty mediocre. His career average throwing percentage at 61%.
And what was their records? Like, what was the Ravens' records the past 5 years? He almost got his coach fired, by the way, if we're keeping it honest.
I mean, they've been pretty average.
Below average. Because they haven't been making the playoffs. And
I would fact check you on that.
They haven't been consistently making the playoffs to the tune of what they were a couple of years after he won. I mean, yeah, 1 year they had a bunch of injuries, but Flacco's best days are clearly behind him, and And it's like, but I think Flacco has more of a reason not to be mentoring him because they're two different styles of quarterback. Like, you can do more with Lamar Jackson. Flacco has a big arm and is going to make throws, but he's just sitting duck in the pocket. So it's like, if you're not going to teach him the fundamentals of just being a quarterback and being better and seeing things and coaching him, then, well, I guess that's why you brought in RG3. Good luck with that. I just don't see... Like, he's never been that guy to champion the locker room and be like, "Hey, I'm going to teach all you guys."
Well, I think
Flacco's never been that guy.
I think Big Ben should definitely be mentoring Mason Rudolph because
the
Rudolph needs it more.
Of him not doing it,
and not just that, but Big Ben has gotten mentored by Tommy Maddox, Charlie Batch. He also Cordell Stewart, I think, was Cordell Stewart there.
Cordell Stewart was there for a minute,
and
somebody else, and it's killing me now. I can't remember it.
And he's been contemplating retirement for the past, 3 seasons. So, bro, you know it's coming. Like, help out your franchise. I don't know what the big deal is. Mason Rudolph is not going to take your job, Big Ben. Like, let's be real.
But he knows he's the future. Because Rudolph can play. And they brought in his college teammate, James Washington, who's fast and plays like a running back with the ball in his hands. And you have Juju and Antonio Brown. And Antonio Brown complained about not getting the ball enough. I don't know, man. This offense with Mason Rudolph might go to... he has less ego than Big Ben.
Is Mason Rudolph a bigger Andy Dalton? Yes.
Slower, yes. Better arm talent. He has way better arm talent than Andy Dalton.
That's not saying
he's
much.
a better deep ball thrower. It is.
All right.
That's not saying he's Kevin Cobb, but I mean, I don't think he's Kevin Cobb.
I think that's actually a good one.
I don't think he's Kevin Cobb.
All right. So,
on a bad day.
Last one before we transition out. We've been trying to talk about this for 4 weeks, so I just want to touch on it real quick.
Schedules.
No, not schedules. Oh. We have all offseason to talk about that. 5th-year options. So, the way the NFL draft works is in the first round, you get a player. Usually, they're scaled to sign a 4-year deal. Before the final year, you have an option to pick up their 5th-year option, meaning you get an extra year, and they usually get a high percentage increase. So, of course, players like Aaron Donald, Khalil Mack, they got their 5th-year option. But there were a lot of players who didn't, like Sammy Watkins, Stephon Anthony, Danny Shelton, Philip Dorsett, Malcolm Brown, Brashad Perriman.
You said Dante Fowler Jr. already?
Yeah, Dante Fowler, Cedric Ogbuye.
Ogbuye, you can't say any African name.
Yeah, I really can't.
Sensitivity training. Say T'Challa.
M'Baku.
Sure.
Shane Ray wasn't picked up. Damn. Cam Irving, sorry?
Yeah, he's definitely sorry.
He didn't get picked up. Amari Cooper got his picked up. Byron Jones got his picked up. Eric Flowers got his picked up.
Wait, Byron Jones got his option picked up?
Nelson Aguilar got his picked up.
Yeah, he deserved that.
Brandon Schreff got it picked up.
Sheriff, he definitely deserved that.
Kevin White did not get it picked up.
Not surprised.
Luke Tomlinson did not get it picked up.
Laken Tomlinson?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not surprised either.
Trey Waynes and Vic Beasley got theirs.
Definitely.
Shaq Thompson got his.
Because he's taking over all Thomas Davis's coverage responsibility, pretty much.
Andres Pete got it picked up.
Andres Pete, yeah.
Jameis Winston got it picked up.
Of course.
TJ Humphries. Gurley.
DJ Humphries, they have to because he's their left tackle.
Marcus Peters. Arik Armstead, which I don't know why he got it.
Eric Armstead for the Niners because he's a foundational piece for them on the defensive line.
A foundational guy who doesn't get sacks. All right, cool.
Well,
Leonard Williams got his picked up.
They knew that already, drafting him.
Devontae Parker got his picked up. So, real quick, out of the people who didn't get their names who didn't get their 5th-year options picked up, they have a chance to hit free agency next year. Who do you think has the most to prove this year, and who do you think will prove it this year? And then, just for shits and giggles, who's a player that is probably done after this year?
First, I'll say Dante Fowler Jr. has the most to prove. He had 8 sacks last year.
And he missed his first year with the knee injury.
Had some controversy because he had his baby mamas fighting each other. His girlfriend fighting his baby mama, and it was a pretty nasty, bloody beatdown. Like, hands were thrown. Someone was left knocked out. But I guess he grew from that, and, he had 8.5 sacks. Really productive last year. So I think he can still get an extension.
And all these guys pretty much can.
Some of them I don't think they can.
I mean, they can get it. I'm not saying they will.
Run through some of those names at the top for me again. Because Eric Flowers is done as far as I'm concerned. Unless he plays right tackle or bumps down the guard, it's done for him.
Okay, Randall, no. Agumbie, no. Pyramid, no. Malcolm Brown, no. Philip Dorsett, no. Danny Shelton, no. Stephon Anthony, no. Sammy Watkins, no.
What was the second thing you said? You said who has the best?
Who will earn their next contract? So you already said Fowler has the most to prove. Who will earn it and prove something?
Well, Sammy Watkins has to be taken off that list then because he already got another contract.
Okay, so and then who's just done out the league?
Out the league, Stephon Anthony. He's on his way out.
So who
Flowers will still get another chance for some stupid reason because he was a top 10 pick, but Stephon
Kevin
Anthony,
White, no.
Stephon Anthony's just been moving around.
Laken Tomlinson,
since
no.
The Saints. Offensive linemen, like even if they're a bust, they can still serve as some backup. DJ Humphries has to play, but Stephon Anthony, there's no real need to start him anywhere because he's never really shown that promise that everybody thought he was going to have, even though he ran a 4.5.
All right, so
it's not going to happen.
I'll give you the same categories for the people who did get their fifth-year options picked up.
Say some of those names again. You said Aguilar.
Okay, so I think we already talked.
Waynes.
So, one dark horse name I'll keep an eye out on who did get their option picked up, who has the most to prove. Bud Dupree. I feel like his career has been both up and down. The Steelers have been taking edge rushers and linebackers the past couple of years. And
him and TJ Watt are good opposites. Though.
They're good, but how good are they? And I think this is the year where we're really going to have to see Bud Dupree kind of take that next step and be a Pro Bowler or an All-Pro. Or he's probably going to go somewhere and get paid a certain amount of money and then probably just fall off the map. Because that's kind of how the Steelers linebackers work.
Especially when you give them the number 40 anything. He should have got a number in the 50s. I'm so against that rule. Because then Clay Matthews should just switch to 47 if that's the case. But Jake Ryan already has that, so no. Who else?
Another one who I think is going to earn a lot of money this offseason who did get their fifth option. This is the homer pick. I'm going to go Amari Cooper.
Super duper.
Just because I feel like he's finally in a scenario where they're going to really tailor the offense around him. He's got other receivers around him who complement him. And hopefully Seth Roberts isn't on the field, so
I think
he shouldn't take up any of his drops.
I think he's like...
Because we can only have one receiver who makes drops, and that's Cooper, so...
I think it's a situation with Cooper...
Yes, I both slandered him and complimented him in the same take.
In the universe, there's balance. Thanks, Thanos.
And the last one, the one who I don't think should have got it, and you're probably going to disagree with me, is Nelson Aguilar. He had one breakout year, and he's pretty much just been a home run threat. I don't know if that's going to be worth the, $5-7 million he's probably making. Well, especially because the Eagles
are not going to give
pretty good at receiver.
Are they going to give Alshon Jeffrey a fat contract? I doubt it.
They already did.